everyone, welcome back to Mono Retro Gal, and I just realized that I am still wearing the same outfit from my last video. I filmed this the same day, but this is going up while we are gone on vacation. So this is my first personal Q&A. I've done like the vintage tags, and I will try to find those and link a couple in the description box down below if you guys are interested in going back and watching those if you have never seen them before. But this one is more of like just a personal Q&A. I've never done one of these on my videos, and I asked for some questions and you guys gave me a few questions, so I figured while I'm gone, this is a good time to do this video. So if you like this and there's other questions that you have for me about me, go ahead and leave those down below, and I'll start to kind of accumulate them, and the next time I have like a good amount of questions, I will do another one of these sometime in the future. So anyways, let's get started. The first question comes from Denise Marie. I hope it's okay that I use you guys' names for this, but Denise asked, what or who is it that brings you joy? True joy. The joy that creates peace and contentment deep down inside. When you think about it, you can't help but count your blessings, kind of joy. So thank you for this super deep question. This took me some time to kind of think about it, because I wanted to give like a good answer for this, and what I kind of landed on is it's not any one specific thing or person. It's actually kind of, I guess it's kind of, well, it's not really concept, but what brings me like real contented joy is knowing that I have people in my life, whether they are close with me right here where I live, or they may be people like good friends or family that are out of state right now, and so I don't see them as much. But when we are together, and this is a really small circle out of all of the people in my life that I know and are friends or close acquaintances with or whatever, but it's having those moments where it's that organic moment where something so unexpected happens or is said, and you start laughing so hard that like your stomach hurts and you're crying or your eyes are weepy. And it's just like this pure moment between you and those people. And to the extent that during the day you may start laughing out loud, because all of a sudden that moment sort of pops back into your head, and everybody instantly starts laughing because everyone knows why you're laughing. So having those people that create those moments and memories in my life are what brings me real joy, because I know that there's a lot of people in this world that don't have those close connections in their life, and that can, you know, create a very sad and, you know, not contented, I can't think of the right word, you know, life for them. And so having those kind of moments and those people in my life, and the people that I have those moments with, they know who they are, because we pretty much have them every time we're around each other. I have them with my husband, I have them with my kids all the time, I have them with my besties, near and far. Every time we're together, those moments happen. And a lot of people don't have, like I said, they don't have those relationships where those kinds of moments happen. So for me, that's a real blessing in my life, and it brings me contentment, because even though those moments may not happen every day, the people that I have them with, I may not see them every day, I may not see them every week or every month. It may be only a couple times a year, but I'm truly grateful and feel blessed and contented that I do have those people in my life, because so many people don't. So that is the answer to that. So thank you, Denise, for that question. Roxy Rocket asked, and I kind of responded back, but I decided that I would go ahead and answer this. So she asked, I was wondering how the move was going, and do the kids like the new house? So back in March, yeah, back in March, we moved into our new place. We still rent, but we moved in and we got a much bigger place. My parents moved in with us. I've talked about this before, so that my dad can transition to retirement. So before, we were actually living next to and renting from my in-laws in a 2-bedroom duplex. We are now in a 4-bedroom house, so there's quite a bit more space. The kids have their own rooms. They love it here. Every once in a while, my daughter will kind of say like she misses the old house because of the memories, and I think living next door to my in-laws. But she loves living here. They love having my parents here. Every time they get home from work, they run for them and give them hugs. So it's been really great. It is a challenge having 4 adults with different, basically like 2 sets of married couples with different schedules and daily routines, trying to commingle and make it work. But we love it, and in the end, it was really the right decision for us. So the kids are loving it here. They love all the space. They love having their own bedrooms because they shared a room from the time in the other house, when they were 2 and 4 until we moved, and they're 10 and 8. So yeah, they were ready for their own rooms. So everyone's loving it here. I love where we live. I love the place that we're in. So still not totally like organized, but that takes some time, especially with 6 people living under one roof. So Megan R. asked, does your husband dabble in the vintage lifestyle as well? How does he feel about vintage fashion, etc.? So he doesn't. He wants to dabble into the vintage. He does somewhat dabble into the vintage lifestyle. We live a pretty modern life. I mainly just, I feel like I kind of have a stronger connection towards like classic movies and things like that. But we are looking to get, eventually a classic car. He does like it. He likes more masculine color palettes, and I feel like sometimes vintage color palettes have a lot of like the aquas, and he calls them pastels, even though I don't really consider it pastel. It's kind of like just trying to bridge it, but he does really like it, and he thinks it's really awesome, but he sort of is kind of like on the outskirts. He loves vintage fashion. He loves all the stuff that I wear. For him, he has kind of a strange build, and so a lot of like men's vintage fashion doesn't really fit him right. We have kind of a hard time fitting him even in modern clothing because he has very, very broad shoulders, and then he's very straight in the chest and torso, and then he kind of, for a guy, has big hips. So he has kind of an interesting shape. So he wants to get more into the men's fashion, but he's still trying to figure out his niche in it because he's all about comfort. He runs high in the body heat department, and I feel like a lot of the menswear was very layered in vintage clothing. So, it's sort of trying to figure out his own spin on it. So he's getting more into it. Let's see. I think that's it for now. So thanks so much for the questions. Oh, wait. No, I take that back. There's one more. It was hiding. Friday Ketchup asked, if you could go see your favorite animal in its native country, what and where would you be going to visit? So my favorite animal, I think my favorite animal is a pink flamingo. And I know that there's different species of pink flamingos that live different countries. Let me Google it real quick. So I would be going to South America and looks like parts of Africa. That's where I would be traveling to see them in their native country, because there's different species. There's 4. So anyways, thank you for the catch up for that question. I hope that this was interesting, that you learned a little bit more about me besides just the kind of vintage and makeup side of me. So again, there was a couple of vintage tags that I did, and I will link those down below, so if you haven't seen those before, you can catch up on all of that part of my life. So that is it for me. I need to get editing and get these uploaded so that while we are gone, you guys can see them. So anyways, thanks for being a subscriber. Be sure to like my videos to help it be seen more. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're happy, healthy, and well. That's usually how I put it. And yeah, I will see you when I get back. Bye. Oh, if you want to follow me on my adventure, we just be sure to, or catch up on my adventure while we are in New York and upstate New York, just be sure to follow me on Instagram at Modern Retro Gal. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Thanks all for watching, and I will see you next time.